on the Rock Prayer Assembly Church and NCRHA are hosting a health fair that's happening tomorrow. And joining us for this conversation in studio this morning, we have Mr. Johannes James, who is the leader, I just found out, of this, or taking the lead on this event, I should say rather, and Mrs. Kinder McLean, who is on the planning committee. So McLaren, apologies. Yes. Well, good morning to both of you and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you with us this morning. Before we get into the details of the health fair that's taking place, Kinder, let's go into a little bit about House on the Rock and why this initiative is taking place.
Okay, sure. Good morning, everyone. House on the Rock Prayer Assembly, it's a church in Aruka. Our head servant, which is the leader of the church, is Apostle Kenneth Ojurika. We are the planning committee of the church. We host events both for the community, and the church. So this is one of our first community-based event for the year, which is the health fair. We have future events, which is the back to school drive. We'll just give a briefing of that at the end of the event, the interview. So I will pass on to Brother James, and he would, you'll hear me say brother and sister a lot, because that is, what we say. So I'll pass on to James, and he would share more on the health fair.
All right, great. Before we get into the events of the health fair and services, why are we having this health fair now?
Right, we choose to have this health fair now because in the area where the church is located, which is Aruka, a lot of residents in those areas lacking the resources or not in the position to obtain certain health fairs outside of the hospital. So now if you go by the doctor, you have to pay a fee and then you have to pay for the medication.
Right.
So to fix that problem, bridge that gap, we decided to host a health fair to kind of give back to the community.
Excellent. And what services are going to be available at this health fair?
Well, at this health fair, we will have the usual, the blood testing, glucose, pressure. After that, we will have vaccinations, which will be vaccination in terms of well, to have vaccination.
Yeah, there's
really
lots of
vaccinations.
And from the mental health, which is very important because a lot of people out there are suffering from mental issues and they're not aware of it. So this will kind of bring more light to them to know how to deal with the mental health issues.
Right.
Then we have wellness dial plans. And along with the health fair, we'll have other events such as we have financial planning, insurance with Pan American, as well as eye screening from optometrists today.
So this is an all-encompassing event, essentially.
Yes, it will be an all-encompassing event.
It's interesting that you've also brought into the mix, lifestyle as well, talking about finances, insurance, and all those sorts of things.
One more person I forgot.
Oh, okay.
We actually invited a gym there, because if you cannot have a health fair without knowing how to exercise and the workout in it. So the gym we got is the gym from Grambassa, which is the bar, and that gym has been giving us 100% support.
Positive experience.
Yes.
Now, this sounds like there is a lot going on. You have a lot of stakeholders as well. How many people have expressed interest so far, if you have that number at all?
Well, it's approximate 200, but we are expecting more.
I was going to say, because with all these services that are being offered, you definitely are going to expect a big turnout.
Yeah, very big. But we don't have an exact amount because a lot of flyers and advertising was done for this event. Yeah.
Now, even though it's in collaboration with the NCRHA, is it members of the church who have worked towards this initiative?
Yes, it was a team effort because as a church is one body, it's not I. So we worked as a team to reach this stage.
Excellent. Now, as of course you are in planning, Kinder, how long has it taken to put something like this together?
I will say this event is not really an event that takes a lot of time. So we actually started planning this event in February.
Okay.
Right? So let's say a month.
A month?
Yeah.
Not bad at all. So hats off to your entire team, or your one body, as mentioned.
All hands is on deck.
Definitely excellent. Now, for those who are interested in coming to the event, is there a cost attached to it?
No, everything is free.
Okay.
So I would advise everybody in the area to take full advantage of it because you don't know when something like this will come about again.
But we do know, of course, that the church has things coming up again. You mentioned, we were speaking before, we were talking about a school event coming up.
A back to school drive.
Back to school drive. What's going on at the back to school drive?
Well, the back to school drive, we have, as a church, have been doing this for like almost 10 years.
Okay.
But we want to do it at a larger scale now, where we impact the lives of at least 500 to 1,000 families. Now, that is the goal, but if within that, we want to touch children from all over, because we also have a branch in Point Fortin. So it's both Aruka and Point Fortin we want to assist. So this is where we provide books, stationery, not the textbooks, more like notebooks, pens, pencils, pencil case, the basic stuff for children to go back to school. Yeah, that is what we providing in this back to school event. So if you want to sponsor in this event, you can feel free. But this is an initiative that the church, we do this every year.
Every year?
Yeah.
Great initiative. Wonderful to see the entire church come together. And I just want to go back to the health fair for a quick moment,
Sure.
because I see here that we do have a theme, a healthy you, a healthy community. And I also see a reference to Luke chapter 9, verse 11. What was the inspiration behind that?
Well, Jesus healed, and these people come in. Yes, they're coming to see doctors, but we believe that, because in the health fair, there's a spiritual aspect too. You can come for prayer.
Okay.
If you need that spiritual aspect, and that is what that verse speaks on. When you come to Christ, those who are spiritual come to God, they will receive their healing. So although you're coming to see doctors, you can receive prayer and be healed as well. Yeah.
Amen. So just to recap some of the services, I see there's going to be blood cholesterol testing, blood pressure testing, blood glucose, general medical screening, which is excellent because, as you would have mentioned, Johannes, it's challenging to be able to get the access to medical attention. Medical referrals, so we're seeing the follow-ups coming as well, diet plans, the vaccinations, and we know there are so many vaccinations. What I find fascinating is you have "and more" at the bottom,
Yes.
which means that we are going to see a lot of investment coming out of this into the community as well. Now, this is open to the entire community. It doesn't matter, right? Whether or
Yes.
not you are a part of the church.
Correct.
Correct? Okay, great. And you said this is the first one. So is this your first time working with the NCRHA, or collaborating rather, I should say?
This is the first time the church has worked with the NCRHA.
Okay. And any other sponsors involved in this initiative?
Yes, the sponsors we had were some members of the Toronto and Tobago Police Service. That was one. The bar, the gym by the bar in Grand Bazaar, two. One or two stakeholders around the community have supported.
And also Pizza Hut, we have to say that.
Pizza.
They are providing pizza
Excellent.
for the entire staff that will be working on that day. So I must say that.
And what I forgot, and Sammy Gyros, which is located in NCRHA, he has sponsored the meals for the medical workers as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is absolutely wonderful. So good food. Yeah, see, I know you also mentioned the bar is involved as well. So are we going to be having any fitness sessions? Should we come with our gym wear?
Yes, normally the bar will offer fitness sessions as well as they're giving out coupons and games. So
Okay.
if you win the game, I'll be able to get a free term in the gym, maybe a 2 weeks or a day pass. So it is a nice initiative to encourage people to get up, exercise, and live a healthier life.
I feel as though you all are holding back because there might be some more. Are there any surprises that we can look forward to? I'm seeing Kinder's face. Kinder, you are smiling.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of, where we say "and more," because we have other things like, well, he said the financial planning. I think that is not just in insurance,
Yeah.
but you can come to this health fair, and if you need help with budgeting,
Yeah.
and all of those things, because if you don't have your financial, that brings on health problems.
Of course, yeah.
So that is the "and more" that we'll be, sharing, and other stuff which isn't confirmed. I don't want to say.
Of course.
So you have to come to see the "and more."
Come on down and see the "and more." Well, Johannes and Kinder, thank you so much for joining us. Fantastic initiative. All of the best. And we look forward to more happening and getting some communication on your back to school drive as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. Have a great day. So for more information, you can call Johannes James at 4740877, or you can email johannesjames99@gmail.com. You can give Kinder a call at 379-5827, or contact her via email at kinder.mclaren@gmail.com. The health fair is happening this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at number 189 Eastern Main Road, Aruka. You do not want to miss it, and you don't want to miss what's coming up right after this break. We'll be back.